you got a choice of where we're going to war, Greenland or Iran.
Yep.
Because the U.S. is moving loads of bombers out towards Iran. Do you think the only people who are going to share with us are the Israelis? Right?
Yeah, and maybe not, because they were pissed about the signal thing. A White House staffer claims Trump was bluffing all along about the tariffs to convince a bunch of countries to give him easy concessions to take credit for. But because the whole world called his bluff, he now has to save face by imploding the stock market today. I mean, this is where we are, right? He is such a buffoon. And even people from Fox News to CNBC to Wall Street Journal are saying it now, right?
If we have learned anything, ladies and gentlemen, it is this. Don't believe anyone in the White House who anonymously comes out and tells you what Trump means. We have learned these people are just as big as pathological liars as Donald Trump. They sit around and they game this thing. Trump really means these tariffs because he's an idiot. He doesn't know what tariffs are. He really, truly, and deep in his heart believes that tariffs hurt other countries, while other countries are laughing their way to the bank and raising 25% on products which probably won't come down again. Right? U.S. importers are slapping the Trump tax onto the American public, but not in Trump's world. They're out there talking about replacing the income tax with tariffs. Really? I mean, geez, the Great Depression will be the greatest depression. It'll be the MAGA depression when Trump is finished with them. But don't believe anything that comes out of those people's mouths. They're just liars.
You retweeted Dr. Brown, who said, fact, you don't destroy the CDC unless you want people to die, to die in large numbers. And Malcolm, I think it's personal for all of us, but this one, as you know, my mom died of Alzheimer's about a couple years ago. Trump just ended a government program in its entirety. It was called the Healthy Aging Program at the CDC. It was home to all of the government's Alzheimer's programs. I mean, this is, I don't even know what more to say about what he is doing and the fact that it seems deliberate.
It is. Oh, stop. You use those terms again. It is deliberate. Right. It doesn't seem nothing. He is literally, functionally dismantling the government. Elon Musk intends to replace all of these agencies with an automatic computer system. He's getting rid of everything that was ever developed in government. Just start believing this. I believe it was Martin O'Malley, former Social Security Administrator, former governor of Maryland, said 90% of the Social Security Administration as it existed is gone. And then all that's left is the computer systems. And now that they've got rid of all the corporate knowledge there, it's going to start to glitch. Yep. And when it glitches, it's going to glitch hard. Health and Human Services, the Center for Disease Freaking Control, which is responsible for massive outbreaks that kill people. It's all going away. And I'm telling you, there's only one thing we should be demanding here. One thing when we start doing our own Project 2026, right? We should demand restoration of government.
Yeah.
Everything goes back. Musk gets kicked out of government forever. Every building is released. It's going to cost us $1 trillion extra to put everything back. Everyone will be rehired and back paid, just like he's doing with the January 6 people.
Aye.
The entire corporate knowledge of American government must be put back. It's the only way to counteract this. And if we don't demand that at our protests, we're screwed.
Let's end on your specialty national. I'm just trying to picture your head when you read, breaking from the Washington Post, members of Trump's National Security Council, including National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, have conducted government business over personal Gmail accounts, according to documents.
Oh, God.
So it's not just Signal, which now there are multiple. Of course, it wasn't just the one Signal chat, we've now learned, and in addition, their Gmail accounts. Please, your thoughts.
Of course he did. My first thought was, of course he did. Of course he did. These people are morons. Morons. The entire U.S. cybersecurity protection regime is designed for you to be safe, not easy. They were like, oh, well, screw it. I just want to be easy. I'm only the National Security Advisor to the United States. I'll sit here and start sending out emails and Gmail's completely unsecured to agencies like NSA and the Russians and the Chinese, completely unsecure. Remember how I said right off the bat, from the minute they were nominated, they were targeted by major agencies that were going after their phones and their signal. Of course they saw they were using Gmail. The Russians and the Chinese know all about this. The Iranians know all about it. The Israelis know all about it. But we didn't know about it because we're dealing with people who are the most bigoted, selfish, racist masters of the universe that we will ever have to deal with. And you know what? They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care whether this damages the United States. So long as it makes Donald Trump money, our national security is just a slight inconvenience to them when they're out, making email requests or phone calls for Uber Eats and email requests, for I don't know, Amazon.com to see if their packages are delivered, and they're clicking on links that are going right to Moscow.
Yeah. How about? Could you even write that in your book that the one guy was in Moscow that was on the Signal chat? I'm like, okay.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I hate to say this, Malcolm. What I thought of yesterday is 9/11 happened despite massive security warnings, right? Despite very specific warnings. What scares the Jesus out is we won't get any warnings this time. Nobody's going to share intelligence with us, right? I mean, that happened.
Absolutely.
To me, that was massive incompetence on the Bush administration's part, that we had very specific warnings that were ignored. But what happens when we have no warnings, Malcolm?
I'm dead certain, and one of two things is going to happen here. And now that we're, if you guys go and read my latest Substack, you got a choice of where we're going to war, Greenland or Iran.
Yep.
Because the U.S. is moving loads of bombers out towards Iran. Do you think the only people who are going to share with us are the Israelis? Right?
Yeah. And maybe not, because they were pissed about the signal thing. Israelis.
Yeah, well, actually, Israel is working with us on this strike against Iran.
Yeah.
Which could happen in any time now.
Right.
But the key part is people who really know, all right, who may have intelligence, are going to be very careful about sharing with us. And if you give it to Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard, does that mean Moscow's going to have it? So you're going to see them give, New York Times, Guardian headlines level intelligence to the Trump administration. But real things like the name of their spies, missions that they have planned, activities, you're going to see that slowly taper off.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's always a happy ending with you. Love you, Malcolm Nance. You may. What do you get off the boat? It's not deplane. What is it when you
disembark?
Disembark. You may disembark the vessel. Goodbye, sailor. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Well, did you know that scammers can literally steal your home right out from under you? Not like a cartoon. The FBI calls it house stealing. It is a growing real estate scam targeting American homeowners. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp with your local recorder's office, and just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Then they can take out loans using your equity as collateral, or even sell the property behind your back. You won't even know it's happening until you start getting collection or foreclosure notices. So let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your home title? If you're like me, the answer is never. And that's exactly what scammers are counting on. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. Their $1 million triple lock protection helps keep your home and equity safe. Here's what you get. Immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alert if there's any changes, and if fraud should happen, their U.S.-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost. Here's the best part. I have teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you are already a victim and access your personal title expert. That is a $250 value just for signing up. Go to HometitleLock.com, use my promo code Stephanie250, or click on the link in the description. That's HometitleLock.com. Promo code is Stephanie250 to get the protection and peace of mind you deserve.